the supporting the idea. This group, the FETÖ, is good relationship with every segment of our society, not only the academicians, the security, military, and the teachers, everybody. This is just a precaution measure. The Higher Education Board of Turkey, they decided to renew the relations, to start a new start. The government is doing that on one thing, and they want to figure out the relationship, the extension, because this is a kind of secretive organization. You cannot get all the relations. For example, you work with me, but you don't know the guy, Abdul Hakim. So, but he's working with the other guy. So, trying to figure out what the relations, the affairs, going down and going where. This is just a precaution. And the deans and rectors, totally Higher Education Board requested their resignation of the 1,576 something. This is just a precaution. And also, this is a precaution. Remember earlier, our government standing vigilant about the new attempt or the individual, any assassination against any assassination. Otherwise, they are not going to jail all the academicians. They know that it's impossible. Not all of them. You cannot say that all of a sudden. Okay, touch this one, this is clean or not. But it takes some time. And all the judges, all the prosecutors on their mission, the job, duty now, they started one by one. Nobody should get touchy on this issue. If you are clean, if you think that you didn't do anything wrong, why? You should get worried. I'm not worried anything. I didn't do anything. So, of course, as a precaution again, they banned them to go outside because they captured, for example, 8 generals in one of the airports. They were trying to go out. Just a precaution. Doesn't necessarily mean that all of them are guilty and directly involved in the coup attempt, and they will be punished severely. If they didn't do anything wrong, no problem at all. Under the law, against the law.
The opposition ones. The academicians around the world,
from the abroad. Yes, they invited, as I told you, the head of the FETÖ organization, he's in Pennsylvania. They are in everywhere of the world. So the government has every means. Intelligence, power, knowledge. But individually, we don't know. And we don't know about their every decision. So inshallah, we will continue to talk on that.
One last question.
Please.
You are...
Let me first of all, let me have your name, please.
God, Mohammed God.
Oh, Mr. God, Mohammed God.
Yeah.
I was reading your articles.
Yeah.
Okay, then today, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Yes.
Your government has been building schools, universities, hospitals, airports, the whole infrastructure in Hamad and not in Somaliland. Not even a single school has been built by your...
How about this Cleric Institute and the religious high school in Boroma?
No.
You are not calling them as a school. What are they then?
I don't think it is a school. It's a religious school, yeah.
Oh, the literary meaning. You mean a school, for example, of course, how about...
Considering you have been building universities in Hamad.
Of course, inshallah. How about Istanbul Primary? This is not a government school, but a whole school, inshallah. The other day, I invited Mr. Abib of the DG of the Minister of Education. Now permanently we are discussing this issue. What we can do, and vocational training center. Some prominent businessman, I can give you a name, Al-Harbi, Abdurrahman Al-Harbi. Once we had a lunch. He told me that, Counselor, if your government agree with us, sign an MOU with us, we will build the premises, the buildings of the school for the vocational training center. What we need is an...
Apartment.
Yes, definitely. Some plumbers, some electricians, these kind of people. So we are working on that with the TICA, this vocational training center. I wish we could complete that. For the school and hospital, we know that. Two things, in the health sector and education sector, you need more qualified. And the competition gives us quality in that regard. The Turkish government and my authorities, they know that. But again, please, I know that you are being a little bit impatient, but please be patient. Please be patient.
It has been almost how many years?
How many years? I know that in 25 years. Yes, you already spent 25 years.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. And if I would say that your government, I mean the government of Somalia, militarily, and giving them equipment, training, would I say that your government is more of a danger than the group you are accusing?
Look, this is again I know that in one way or another you would get into the political issues. Yeah, I know you are curious on that. I myself not authorized directly question that, but I will take all these questions. But this is an agreement, and Turkish government is ready to extend the support in every means that's signed with the South, to extend to the North Somaliland government and the people. No differentiation. If we sign then, for example, and broadcasting an MOU with them, my government is ready to sign the same thing. But first, we should start the negotiations, the same thing. We are two nations. We try to develop, improve our relationship. What's our invoice? Your side's invoice are students, the officials. But I should tell you that our ministers, other officials, they don't go to Turkey, Ankara, talk to Turkish counterparts. But even Kismayo, Juba, they go more often that you are here. First of all, I would like to thank you for your understanding. We invited you with a very short notice. Colleagues, these are very historic and extraordinary days for our country and for our people. First of all, let me thank all friendly governments, including the Somaliland government, which condemned the terrorist coup attempt and gave support to our president and government. I'm aware that you all follow the developments from the media since last Friday evening. The Friday evening, you remember, the coup attempt started, and our embassies at the capitals have also been sharing information, as we're going to do today, in the same way with the authorities, relevant authorities. Now, back to my briefing notes. Let me summarize to you what happened that night in Turkey. On the evening of July 15, A faction of the Turkish armed forces attempt to stage a coup in various cities of Turkey, particularly in Ankara and Istanbul. This was a terrorist campaign, hurted our nation a lot, and we suffered a lot. Today's briefing basically will be about that. We will follow this program. It's in front of you. Now, inshallah, we would like to start with prayers for the martyrs. It was a deadly attempt, caused a lot of people lost their lives while defending our nation, the democracy, the democratic institutions, even our president, government, and prime minister. They targeted every people, even their commanders, the commanding officers, general staff, chief of forces, and especially they attacked the police headquarters. So it was a very unfortunate event. It took place in our history, maybe one of the worst cases. So the future generations will remember this event as an heinous, not the heinous, but enemy, kind of enemy, the worst enemy took place in our history. Why? Because our own people, own group of people from the military, they attacked, they fired, they killed own people. So just before, with this starting remarks, let's continue with the prayers. Then I will brief you a little bit more detailed on the issue. And we prepared some video displays showing to you some scenes, footages from that night. And inshallah, at the end, you can ask questions. But colleagues, let me remind you today, this is purely dedicated to that sad event. Of course, this is the very first time we are being together, meeting. Inshallah, from now on, we will get together more often, or individually. You can reach us anytime, either by face, or by phone, or email, with any other media. So, again, thank you very much. By the way, maybe I should introduce myself first, then we will go to the prayers part. My name is Muzaffer Yüksel. I'm the Consul General of Turkey here in Hargeysa. I arrived 1st June 2014. I've been here around for last 2 years. Mainly, we focused and tried to finish the settlement, our mission here. The Turkish consulate is in real term the diplomatic mission that opened up here in Somaliland, in Hargeysa. Before us, the Ethiopian consulate, but Turkish consulate is the first diplomatic mission from the continent, out of the continent of Africa. So since the beginning, the very first day, I followed an agenda to work with our colleagues, brothers and sisters. We are one of you. We are not different. We are not foreigners. We have both religiously and culturally a lot in common. Goes back to Ottoman period in the history. With that understanding, till today, we acted accordingly. Maybe we couldn't do till now what the expected from our side, but it will take some time. Now, on my right, Mr. Ahmet, head of our close protection unit. On my left, Mr. Nurettin, he is the head of my staff. So together with the guys, we are a group, we are a family here, always at the service of the Somaliland people. This is our understanding. We are not here to do some businesses, to get something and go out. We are here to work with the Somaliland people. Now, thank you for this starting remarks. Thanks to our friend, he will pray for the martyrs, not for this event, but all the martyrs, again, in the history of the Somaliland. It goes to all the martyrs according to our religion, and inshallah, we will follow them. Thank you very much. Please.